Hello, welcome to day 61 of the Daily Urban Vlog. It's a pretty chill name, right? Thank you for the suggestion on that. Not a bad idea, the Daily Urban Vlog. Maybe I'll use that for a couple days. We'll see. But anyway, all right, today's video, we're gonna get political, guys. This is my suggestion on how to follow and, how to treat politics in today's day and age. And it goes something like this. The first thing is to understand that everyone is lying to you. Truly, truly. Everyone is lying to you about something. That's kind of the point. They're making things up about all of these different studies. They will find some number somewhere to try to justify their political stance. But in reality, what they're doing is they're playing shell games with you so that you don't really understand what they're trying to do. That is just simply a general underlying truth of politics. They're just lying to you in most cases, vast majority of cases, they're just kind of lying to you. Or at the very least, they're taking and twisting the truth. Now, unfortunately, that does not just apply to politicians. It also now applies to people covering politics, which means all of these ridiculous news channels that have decided it's their job not just to report the news, but to tell you how to feel about it. So, first thing, everyone is lying to you. Politicians, news people, everyone who seems like they have that much of a vested interest. And that is an overgeneralization, because there are people who truly are just passionate about it and they're not lying about it. But the reason I say that as a general rule is this, because the way that I try to treat politics is this. I find out what I believe about government, the role of government, about economics, what I believe works in economic policy, what doesn't work in economic policy. I try to find all of those things out for myself. I do the research myself. I look into it. I look at history. What has worked? What hasn't worked? What has been successful? What has not been successful? So I try to find that information myself so that I'm not relying on a politician to tell me what worked or didn't work, because politicians from both sides will look at the same situation, and if it's a bad situation, they will both come up with the reason why it's the other person's fault. Almost every time, they both will have a very politically well thought out and imagined reason for why it's everybody else's fault. So you got to do the research on your own. You got to figure that stuff out for yourself, and don't rely on people who make a living being political, on twisting facts, on coming up with things that they know you want to hear, but that may or may not actually be true. So, everyone's lying to you. Do the research yourself. 3, you have to try. Personality is not a reason to vote for someone or not to vote for someone, or to support someone's agenda or not to support someone's agenda. Here's what I mean. Donald Trump, man, you just look at some of the stuff he says and does and you go, oh, okay, well, that's not awesome. Really wish you wouldn't say that sometimes, or if you look at Barack Obama, some of the stuff he said, you're like, so, not really I want my president talking, not really what I want from a president. But that's not a reason to support him or not support him, because the personality is what it is, but what they're actually putting forward, the policy that they're representing, is the more important thing here. Because they're going to be out of office someday, but the policies that they put forward are what is going to stick with you. So you can have an incredibly charismatic politician, and unfortunately, oftentimes that's all you need to get elected. Just be charismatic. Just make nice, big promises, like free stuff. Hey, socialism, that sounds awesome. Let's just give everybody free stuff, and let's be super charismatic and explain this is how you care about people, and how you take care of the less fortunate, and whatever else, right? sounds good, charismatic, but the policies murder a country. They destroy a country. And then you can have another politician who's just an absolute blubbering idiot, but the policies that they put forward actually work. Historically, you look at them and you look back on them and you go, okay, those have actually worked. So that person might be a moron, or might talk like a moron, sound like an idiot, whatever. Some people are not very eloquent when they communicate. That's just not how they are. They can't explain things in a way. They're not Ronald Reagan. They're not Barack Obama. They're not Bill Clinton. They're not these people. They're not these personalities. But it doesn't mean the policies are wrong. Again, which is why it's important to do your own research. And then the last thing is, don't follow it that closely as far as the news stories about it. Politics is the nastiest, mudslinging, dirtiest, just the ugliest thing. And it's so unfortunate, because politics, if it was just a debate over the effectiveness of policies, the effectiveness of beliefs, of the principles that each person stands for, if it was just that, well, you could actually have a conversation about that, but it's not. It's about, well, you hate these people, and you hate these people, and you want these people to die, and it's like, whoa, that is really distracting from what's actually what's actually in front of you. So don't follow it that closely. Truthfully, this is how I think about it. So to recap, the first one, everybody's lying to you. The second one, do your own research. The third one, I think, the third one? Oh yeah, personality. You gotta get past personality, because personality is what it is. Policy is what actually matters here. And the fourth one, don't follow it that closely, because it'll drive you insane, and you won't really know what's happening, because pretty much it's all a lie. So there you go. There's Tim's Guide to Politics. You're welcome. I know you weren't expecting that much knowledge dropped on you, or you think I'm a complete moron for having said that, or what I just explained to you is my sort of my way of going about it. Either way, let me know in a comment what you think about it, and if you agree, feel free to share the video. It'll be, I mean, it could go viral like a sickness. See you guys tomorrow.